Here, we can see a Roman fresco from Pompeii dating back to the 1st century CE. Now here's another painting, this one dating back to the 6th century CE, 500 years after the Roman fresco. These paintings obviously don't look the same, and while there have been many videos made about Roman art, today we'll focus on its successor as shown in the latter photo, early medieval art. So while the Western Roman Empire was declining, the Roman Emperor Constantine I decided to move the Roman capital from Rome to Constantinople, and as a result, art from that time period started to have more influence from Eastern artworks, particularly Byzantine art since, Constantinople was the capital of Byzantine. And Byzantine art was very different from its Western Roman predecessor, characterized by a flat look to the artworks with rather unrealistic poses and anatomy. It was a far cry from the lifelike statues and frescoes of the Western Roman Empire. Let's go back to the pictures shown earlier. From these pictures, it's clear that the art had changed drastically during the shift of Rome's capital to the east. While the Roman fresco had a much more realistic approach to the human body, the medieval art is more abstract, with a flatter look and somewhat unrealistic poses. Now let's watch a totally real clip of a Byzantine citizen in the Middle Ages.
Oh my god, look at my Roman citizenship badge.
Dude, you're not Roman. Rome fell centuries ago, you're Byzantine.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Byzantine people in the Middle Ages didn't even know what Byzantine meant, as they simply viewed themselves as part of the Roman Empire. So if you take a time machine back to the Byzantine era like we just saw in the clip, maybe just address them as Romans in order to avoid confusion. But then why was Byzantine art so different? Well, there are many possible reasons for it, the biggest one being that the people of the Christian Byzantine Empire wanted to distinguish themselves from the pagan Western Roman Empire. They saw the creation of busts and lifelike statues as a form of idolatry and thus refrained from it, as you'll see in the next clip.
Okay, if you're Roman, then you're pagan too.
I am not pagan, I'm Christian, and I hate pagans and idolatry. Look, I don't create any statues because statues are a symbol of paganism, and look, all my art is related to Christianity.
Okay, yikes.
The people of Byzantine also believed that a spiritual being should not be depicted as a human, and that there should be a rather symbolic approach to them instead. This is of course almost opposite to the ideology developed during Renaissance, but that's a topic for another video. Some common symbolic elements included keys, wheat, chalices, animals, and of course, the cross. Characters, on the other hand, always seem to be sort of floating in the scene instead of actually existing within it, and that was no accident either, as Byzantine artworks wanted to show that time and space did not apply to the saints and deities depicted. Colors played a role as well, the most common ones being gold and purple, two of the most expensive colors to produce. Gold was associated with wealth, royalty, and heavenly rewards and riches, whereas purple represents royalty but is also used in the robes of important religious figures. We also have to remember that Constantinople was closer to the Muslim Empire, and Islam prohibits the creation of any human forms, especially sculptures. The practice may have spread to the Byzantine Empire to some extent, even though they do not share the same religion. Christ Pantocrator of the St. Catherine's Monastery at Sinai is widely regarded as one of the most important Byzantine artworks dating back to the 6th century CE. It is widely believed that his face was made asymmetrical on purpose, with the side holding the gospel showcasing the human attributes and thus having a harder expression as well as a stronger emphasis on light and shadow. The shift of the capital of the Roman Empire to Constantinople was responsible for fusing cultures and values of the West and the East. And of course, art was no exception, taking cultural values from the East and its identity from the West. And that marks the end of this video. Thank you so much for sticking with us till the end. And this was our first video ever, so make sure to give us any feedback in the comments. We will reply to you. And that's it. Bye.